So, all right, Scott. So today we're kind of like you sound a little neutral for the
Yeah,
rest
well,
of
I
the
think we
day.
might have just be running out of steam. I think we made a nice move out of the market
Right,
open, and I wouldn't be surprised if we flatten out here, maybe grind a bit higher.
right, right.
If we do break out, we break above 1095. I think that's a good sign. But
We're not
I think
counting
we
on
can we can pop a little bit anyway, even if we don't. So
it. Right. Okay. So you're not counting on that move though.
yeah, I'm not counting that move
All
today.
right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. The man isn't counting on that move. Fair enough. What does Google look like? Oh,
Google holding up pretty well here at 489. We're up about 15 points. So it also might have run out of steam. It got as high as 493, pulling back here. So I don't know. I still think it can hold up with the markets. 487 I think is support on it. So
okay.
doing quite well. That's another gap and go candidate today.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. I appreciate the input, Scott. You're the
My pleasure.
man. You're the candy man. Keep on giving out the candy.
We'll
Make
try.
sure it's chocolate or vanilla or peach. And we will talk to you again next week. Thanks, Scott.
My pleasure, Wax.
All right. That's Scott Littlefield, the candy man. Trendfund.com, where you can get a free 2-week trial right now. Check it out. Okay. So what's going on, man? What's going on? Okay, so let's talk about a couple things. All right, couple things. Everything in the market, in my opinion, is risk reward. Okay, actually, most things in life are risk reward. And so, when we look at things, when we look at the market, and we're trying to kind of come up with some stuff, we need to think about that. Think about, like, okay, I'm making an investment, which a trade is. We call them trades, but they're an investment. They're just a momentary or a daily or a weekly or whatever it is investment. Okay. But we're making an investment the same way you get married. That's an investment in your future, right? You're hoping that in future that investment pays off. And I don't know, like 65% of the time, that's a bad investment. However, there are times when it does pay off. So that's what we're kind of looking at. That's how I view the market. I view the market as an investment in the moment. Okay, the same way that my daughters look at Despicable Me as an investment in their moment. I'm looking at the market as my entertainment factory. I want to derive entertainment from it, and I want to take as much money as it will give me from it, and I want to protect myself in case I'm wrong. That's basically how I look at the market. I think that's fairly accurate a description or way to kind of view it. I really am looking at it and I'm saying, okay, well, how am I going to use the market to make money and, obviously help my clients do the same without taking too big a risk. And when some of the calls we called recently, I thought were very good risk rewards. They've paid off for a lot of clients, so I'm very happy about that. But they're all kind of risk reward, and some of them don't pay off. I mean, there are trades that are losers, shocking as that may be. It does happen, trust me. I have had many losing days. So it definitely happens to any trader. Okay, so we have John on line one. Let's hear from John. John's a good client, I believe. He's also our resident filmmaker, right?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, I know you made some great films.
Yeah.
So what's up, John?
Hey, I just called to say hi. First time I've tuned into the program. I've been meaning to do it. I got kind of messed up, and I ended up listening to like about 3 things going on at once. I almost went crazy, but I finally got tuned in right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you listened this time and called in. What are you looking at stock wise?
Well, I know you when you recommended the ExxonMobil. I got burned on ExxonMobil so many times on my own after I made a lot of money on it trading previously that I was a little leery of it. But it looked, I don't know, it just looked pretty good this time. But I had bought actually the stock outright about a day before you made the call.
Good.
On the auction, so I've been holding it and doing well. And then I recently bought some. I bought some August 21 $60 calls.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. What? Which one?
I just on ExxonMobil. I just today bought some August 21 $60 calls. I'm thinking these guys are going to be looking at some pretty good earnings. I think they report around the end of the month.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Those are probably fairly cheap.
See, the GE's kicking butt. I got those calls.
Okay. Just remember not to overstay your welcome.
Oh no, I won't. And I just picked up some WFC.
All right. Well, so one thing that I always tell clients, this because you know a little bit about how I kind of work. One thing you want to be careful about too is that when you don't over-own a sector, right? So,
right.
So I mean, I we all do what we want to do, but if you if you own one or two stocks in a sector, I typically would shy away from owning a third or a fourth because I don't want to be in a position where I am then wrong. Or there's a drawdown, and all of a sudden I'm losing on 5 different things.
Right.
So, but and when you have a nice profit, I mean, on GE we have a very nice profit. I sold mine this morning. Yeah, I sold.
Yeah, well,
mine
I was thinking of it. I think I was thinking of doing that. I was up around 60%. And I was waiting. For it to hit 100. So,
well,
maybe I'm waiting. I guess 100 should be like an absolute trigger. Maybe 60% is a good trigger.
60% is pretty good.
Yeah.
But listen, you can always trail things too.
Right.
Is what I always kind of do.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, if I knew I had the show today. I have a lot of stuff to do, so I don't really want to kind of run out and come back and be like, oh, I'm broke. That I wouldn't be broke, but I don't want to be like turn a winning day into a losing day because I got a little too greedy.
Right.
So it's never, look, nobody ever went broke taking profits, and pigs get slaughtered, right?
True,
So these are
true.
two cliches for a reason. It's never anything wrong with taking some money off. I mean, and then, or trailing it so that, all right, at least you're going to lock stuff in. But, John, the show is almost over. I appreciate you calling in. Call back next time, and I'll see you around soon enough, and keep on rocking.
All right, take care.
All right, thank you for calling in. Thanks, John. All right, so we got about 3 minutes left in the show. Thanks, John, for calling in. I believe John is a member of my MarketCast service, which I host twice a week, although last couple of weeks I've been off, but so Scott handles it. But if you want to check that out, anybody wants to shoot me an email, comment, find out about what we're offering, talk about becoming a professional trader, whatever it is, email me, waxy@trendfund.com. That's waxy, WAXIE, at trendfund, TRENDFUND.com. That's waxy at trendfund.com, and I'm happy to help anybody. I can. I am only allowed to do certain things, but I'm happy to give you some input and see if we can steer you in the right direction at least. And, next week we'll be smack dab, or we'll know a lot more next week. It'll be very interesting the next few days. Today, after the close, we have Intel, which is up right now, and I've owned for the past 4 days, I think, and